In this video, I want to share with you 5 tips and tricks for the Honda Africa Twin. And this will apply for the previous generation, which I believe is like 19 or maybe 20 and then above, all the way up to this generation. Let's talk about cruise control. We all know how to set it. You press your button and you can go up and down right over there. That's not the tip and trick. That's just basic. But say you're riding like this and you're just cruising along and bam, something's happening right there. You don't want to fumble around and try to find your button to turn it off, right? So say you're going along, bam, you see some cars right in front of you. What you can do is with your throttle, take it, bam, and just a little bit forward. I mean, I might have made it look a little bit more dramatic there, but seriously, it's really nothing. You can go like this, kick it forward, now cruise control is off. And the cool thing is cruise control is still live, so if you want to go ahead and reset it, bam, you just press down. You don't have to go back and forth and go all the way in, press the button, now it's totally off, press it again, and then come down and get it. So this is kind of standard on a lot of motorcycles that have cruise control. This is not an Africa Twin only type thing, but again, just a cool trick if you didn't know you can do it. Cruising along, you just la-da-da-da, boop, bam, and it's off. It's just so much more convenient than fumbling for that button. Hopefully that one was able to help. That's something I use all the time. You want to adjust your windshield, and we know the Africa Twins, you got a notch here and a notch here. I wish Honda would do it with just one hand. They did it on the NT 1100. Boop, you can pull it and then adjust it right there. I wish they would do that on the Africa Twin. Hopefully they do on future models. But anyways, my point is, you don't want to let go of your bars and start adjusting your windshield like that and your bike starts drifting. I probably shouldn't have demonstrated that right there. But anyways, the tip I got for you is you can still adjust it with one hand. Kind of. So come over here, pinch it, and give your windshield a nice shimmy up. Now you can see it's crooked, right? But we're actually locked in to that notch right there. So then I can come over here, take this one, and it pretty much glides right up to that next notch. Now you don't have to be in cruise control. I mean, I can turn it off here. Say I want to come up, I'm going to hit it, bam, and I'm up in that next notch right there. I'm going to let go for a second, bam, and it's right up there. Now, I do this all the time. I've done it forever, and it's just so easy. I don't feel like it's something that's going to be like, you know, tough for you to learn or, you know, try to do as you look like you're over here doing some sort of unsafe deal. It's really not that bad. Again, once you get used to it, you pinch, bam, and you're down. It's much easier than letting go of the bars and having your bike drift. And again, it's simple, right? Bam, just got to make sure you shove it into whichever notch you're actually going to want. Now the next tip I have for you is perfect for these twisty roads that we're riding, and this applies for DCT, and this is a common issue or feedback you hear with people riding DCT is, oh, the Africa Twin, the DCT shifts in the wrong positions and I'm, you know, chugging along. So, you know, you're like this, you're going, you know, 40 miles an hour, you're in 6th gear, and it's just like right mid twisty or a turn or something, you know. It's a common thing you hear about DCT. Well, as you just saw me adjust this button right here, and I went into S1. Now, while I'm riding, I can sit here, hold it down. Now I'm in S2. I can hold it down again. This is while I'm riding. You can't have the throttle on. Let go of the throttle, but while you're riding, now I'm in S3. So usually what I do is I usually stay in maybe S1 or S2 a lot when I'm off-road. Like when I do off-road, I like to be in S2. And why that is because it'll hang onto the gears a lot longer than we're used to, you know. Like we're talking about it shifting into 6th when we don't want, especially when we're in the twisties. But right now it'll hold on to the gear, and I can downshift and it'll hold on to it as well if I stay on that throttle. And what most people think is it's actually this little P, the power for the Africa Twin, and that just adjusts the throttle. How much is, you know, it gonna take to get you onto it there. The S, or sport mode, actually controls the gears, like how long is it going to hold on to those gears. And it's so helpful, again, if you're in the twisties, big time if you're off-road. But again, most people, they're just going to stay in a drive mode right here, the D, and it's just, again, if you're into twisty, it's like right now it just shifted by itself, and it's lackluster. And I think that's what a lot of people experience with their first time on DCT. Now the next tip I want to show you, I had to come to a stop. But you really don't have to come to a stop. You can actually still do it while you're riding. You can't really access anything. But that's talking about the menus in our dash. So whenever we're stopped here, if the bike is just with the key turned or you're just sitting here idle, you all know how you can press this little black line up top. I'm sorry if you're seeing the screen kind of roll. That's just LED and frame rate. Anyways, you can press that right up here, or hold it, whichever one it is. Let me see, am I getting it right? Press, okay, press right on the clock, and then you can get here into your settings, and then you can adjust everything, your CarPlay, yada, 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 whatever. So anyways, get back to that. So right there on the clock, press it, and then you get into your settings. I think we all know that one. But the other one that some people may not know is whenever you over here, where you got your menu and then the phone, you can actually hold that one down, and bam, you see it came up. Now this is the one you can do while you're riding. So if you're just cruising along, you can't press the screen, anything, CarPlay or anything like that, or any of your settings. It's only when you're stopped. That's a safety thing. That's not just the Africa Twin, that's CarPlay in general, but then of course safety on the Honda screen. But anyways, holding that down, bam, you can get it. And then whenever you're riding, you can get into here, but you can't adjust, you can't move anything in here, so it's almost pointless whenever you're riding. But again, just kind of cool, because once you learn the controls, like, yeah, everything is touchscreen up here, right? But once you get used to the bike, you can really control everything by this little hand gear. And you get pretty good at it, actually. You're over here dabbling it around. It's actually going to go into the next tip I'm going to show you as well, which is kind of dabbling around these controls. But even though we all know this is touchscreen, you can control everything from that. And again, getting right into your menus is as simply as holding that button down. So on to this next tip. And this is one I want to show you while we're moving. And it plays definitely more into off-road, and that is as far as your traction control. Now right out of the box, I believe the Africa Twins, your little shortcut or your favorite button over here, which you can customize in the menus I just showed you, you can set it to something else if you want, but it is set to traction control, I believe, right out of the gate. So if I press it right here, you can see I just smacked it a couple times. Now we're full. Let me go down again, and I can get right over here to 3 notches. Now, as you notice, when I got the throttle on and I'm hitting it, it's just going to flash because it's not going to set if I got the throttle on. If I let go, bam, now it's set. That's not the trick I want to show you. I think we all pretty much know that one, right? But again, I highly recommend you setting this shortcut or keeping it, whichever way your bike came, as the traction control favorites button. But again, that's not the trick. The trick is after we get out of this wicked turn right here. Woo, doggy, these roads are nice. And what a beautiful day to be out riding. Okay, it looks like it's calming down here a little bit. So anyways, you notice I'm on screen 4. I pretty much never stay, unless I'm on the highway, I'll stay over here on like maybe screen 2 where I got my range and my actual mileage. But off-roading, always on screen 4. That's because I got my Honda traction control, and then the wheelie control, and then the G-shift. I'm not going to dive into G-shift. That would be maybe an off-road type tip or trick. But anyways, I'm rambling here because of these twisty roads. So what I want to show you is if you press enter, and I'm doing this while I'm turning, so I'm not looking, you can get into the menu while you're riding, right? So just look at the menu, kind of scrolling with the blue bar, right? So I'm riding here, bam, 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 and you can scroll through that as you please. So I'm on Honda, or the traction control, select traction control, whatever it's called. And say up here we're going to get onto the trail. We're not going to, but just say if we were to and there's some dirt road, you got to bang it up a hill, that traction control, it's going to slip, right? That traction control, even if you're on 1, it's going to start dancing on you. So you want to be able to turn it off, but you don't want to have to come to a complete stop like many bikes do. The Motor Morini I just tested did that. Triumphs do that, right? So anyways, I'm in the menu right here. I'm just going to hold left onto the arrow, bam, and I can back out. Traction control is completely off. You can see it right there, and then right over there. Now if you want to go back in, we're simply going to press enter again, and we're going to hold right. And once I hold right on this button, bam, it came back on. I'm back onto my favorites button, and I get my traction control cranked all the way up. And you see it's right over there. So through the button, you can only cycle, what is it, 1 through 7 or whatever. I can drop it down to 1, which is pretty good for a fire road. But right over here, I can get max traction control if it's rainy or whatever out there, right? Bam, you can adjust it if you want. But if you want to turn it completely off, you have to go into the menu down here and actually hold it left right there. Hey, I just figured something out myself. Okay, we're learning together here, guys. So I always thought I had to be, let me go and turn it back on. I always thought I had to be on 1. I thought I always had to be down here to 1 as the lowest setting. But let's say right here, I'm on 9, or 6, just cruising along the road. I'm gonna go into enter, and I can actually hold left right here, bam, and it's off. Okay, so I just learned that myself. I always thought I had to be down to 1 and then hold it, but you can actually be anywhere to hold it. And let me tell you what, that is incredibly helpful. Let me go and turn my traction control back on real quick, actually. That is incredibly helpful, especially when you're on an off-road route, right? Where you're on the road, off the road, on the road, off road. You want to be able to simply turn that off. Like, I wish it was like the NX where you can just hold that switch up right there. That'd be super sweet. But again, it's not hard. Once you get used to it, you can dabble with those controls and tweak everything as you want. Oh boy, I didn't know we were getting on off-road here. So I actually got to use my tipper trick right myself here. I missed my turn back there because I was yakking. But I was like, there'll be another turn coming up. But anyways, so now that we're doing a little bit of gravel here, putting some of my tips and tricks to test, I truly hope those were helpful. Y'all know I've owned quite a few Africa Twins. This is my 4th one to be covering. This one is a loaner. This one I do not own. But anyways, what I have learned riding the Africa Twin, owning the Africa Twins, and a couple just simple things that are able to help with that daily use, you know what I mean? They seem so simple, like, oh, let's turn off the traction control, oh, it's the cruise control, oh, it's just a little windshield, you know what I mean? They seem so minute and mild, but let me tell you what, they're going to make your time on the Africa Twin much more enjoyable. And then again, especially if you're off-roading or touring in your terrains, transitioning and whatnot, it's just going to be so much more enjoyable, so much more manageable, and you're just going to enjoy your time on the bike a whole lot more. So again, I hope this quick video and a couple tips and tricks were able to help you out. If they were, please hit that thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I hope I catch you in the next one. Bye now.